What's up, everyone? I'm Justin from Is It Scary, and I'm doing a solo review tonight. I just went with my brother and his girlfriend, and we went to the Haunted Mansion in Brussels, Wisconsin. Yeah, I actually have a bunch of notes here because there's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to try to get this review in 5 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less, we'll find out. So, it's in the Quiet Woods South Camping Resort. There's 4 attractions. There is a corn maze, a haunted trail, a haunted bus ride, and then there is the Haunted Mansion. Now, $15 is base admission, but they do have a a fast pass, an RIP admission, which I actually think is really cool. I like that they call it RIP admission and they don't try to call it anything normal. Like, I like that they actually keep in tune with that, so that's really cool. So let's talk about the corn maze. So we got in line. It was a decent wait. It was about a half-hour wait to get things going on this night, and we went the second weekend. It was so cold. It was cold and rainy. And we stood outside and we're standing out there. This is the experience we had. We're standing out there and I'm talking with my brother and I'm talking with his girlfriend. I'm thinking to myself, guys, if this sucks, I am going to be so freaking disappointed because this weather is terrible. We got into the corn maze. It took us about between 7.5 and 8.5 minutes to get through the corn maze. The corn maze was good. I'd never been through one before. It was really well paced, very tight corners, great hiding spots for the actors. There were some adult actors in there, but overall I thought there were too many child actors. That being said, I know it's put on in part with Southern Door, so I'm not going to take a lot of points off for that because I know a lot of it is volunteer. And that leads you right into the trail. Again, the actors were making really good use of their corners, their hiding spots, everything. And there was an awesome crashed plane scene they had. Really good prop work. And it leads you right into another corn maze. Fine. I was over it. The kids were scary there. The clowns were scary. There was many more adult actors here. A little bit more aggressive even, I would say, than the corn maze. I liked it. It was good. They were making use of reaching through the corn and reaching for you and shaking the corn. That was cool. I liked it a lot. The adult clowns were good. And then you come through and you stand in line to get on the haunted bus ride. Now, the only thing I have to compare this to is the train ride at Terror on the Fox. This haunted bus ride is freaking sweet. It's not anything groundbreaking. It's not, anything like, oh my God, I went just for the haunted bus ride. It's nothing like that. But it was really cool, right? Well decorated. The lighting is awesome. The sounds were great. And the actors, the bus was loaded with actors. And the costumes were cool. The makeup was cool. The actors get right in your face, just close enough to the point to where it's uncomfortable. And they're very engaging and very inspired. So let's talk about the mansion. You arrive, you get a number, and you go and you can wait in line. You can get snacks at the refreshment stand. You can go paintball some zombie statues. You can go to an escape room. I mean, they've got it all. There's a bonfire. I mean, it's cool. It was very reminiscent of the morgue when I went to the morgue a couple of years ago. But, they had a lot to do and a lot going on. I really had a lot of fun. And then we get into the house. Let me tell you, this was one of the most inspired, well-paced, scary, yes, at times, but not like Revenge's final scare this year scary. It was just, we were just talking about on the way home, it was a consistent scary, right? It was like actors in every room, creepy scenes in every room. Some of the animatronics were freaking amazing. It's worth it just to go see these animatronics. I don't even want to tell you guys what they are because I feel like that ruins the experience. It was awesome. And some of them come right up, like right next to your face. Really awesome stuff. Like, it sounds like I'm gushing over this. It's because I am. We paid $15 for this experience. We arrived at 7 o'clock, and man, it was a solid hour and a half experience for everything. And it was really, really good. The actors, like I said, super inspired. The clown masks were creepy as hell. If you are afraid of clowns, this one's gonna get you. Um, Again, animatronics are amazing. The house is so inspired and so well built, and scares around every corner, and like every room, it felt like the actors were just on point. They knew what they were doing. Really great house. The bus ride was fun. The corn maze and the trail were pretty good. Overall, the haunted house was fantastic. And honestly, were it not for one thing that kind of bothered me safety wise, this would be a 10. That's how much I enjoyed it. And you guys know how low we rate some of these haunted houses. So when we were leaving, we got on the bus to leave, and one of my friends sat down, and there was actually a metal grate under the seat, and they cut their leg on that grate. And they weren't obnoxious. They weren't flailing around like a drunk idiot. They just sat down normally, and their leg hit this grate under the seat on the bus on the way out. That's a huge safety concern. I know I mentioned this about Green Bay Fear last year. They had a old piece of farm equipment. It had some sharp edges, and I said, you have to turn that away, bend those edges in, or cover that up so that somebody's not going to walk into that, because somebody's going to go run into that room and walk right into one of those. And I noticed they had it turned away this year, turned in a different direction, which I was looking for. So my point is, if somebody from the Haunted Mansion ever sees this review on one of your buses going out, you guys have got to fix that. That is a huge safety concern. Somebody with, bad legs or bad veins on their legs could easily pop a varicose vein. That's really, really dangerous. And my friend actually did get cut, and they actually were bleeding. So again, we're adults. We can handle ourselves. But it is a safety concern, and it is definitely something you should be aware of to watch for. Yes, you do have to sign a waiver when you go into this, but a serious injury like that, something occurring like that, that's a safety concern. So at the end of the day, taking that into account, I am rating the Haunted Mansion in Brussels, Wisconsin in association with Southern Door. I'm rating them a 9 out of 10. It was a really freaking good experience for $15. One of the best haunts you can go to in Wisconsin for that price point. I definitely recommend it. Again, if somebody from the Haunted Mansion ever sees this, please, please, please check into that metal grate issue under that one seat on one of those buses and fix that, because that is a real safety concern. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed this review, honest review, and let us know in the comments if you've been to the Haunted Mansion and what you thought. And at the end of the day, you just got to ask yourself, is it scary? You tell us.